Hello, this is Mayor Robert Parisi. National events over the last few months have sparked significant local conversation about the immigrant population in our country and community. Many residents and local organizations have requested that the mayor's office officially declare the township a sanctuary city in order to protect our residents or local immigrant population. Many legitimate concerns have been raised, while at the same time, national headlines have contributed to a significant amount of misinformation. However important the issue, it is always incumbent upon us all to count on facts when making any decision or encouraging community dialogue. Regardless of the genuine concerns we all may have for our neighbors, one thing is certain: there is no clear answer as to what a sanctuary city is, as there is no legal definition of the term. Some have defined it as a declaration in which we, as a municipality, choose not to actively seek immigration status of its residents. Others have defined it where a municipality commits to protecting or shielding its citizens who may be illegal immigrants from federal or state agencies. The first definition, in which a municipality chooses not to actively seek immigration status, is already the governing principle in New Jersey for local law enforcement, as directed by the New Jersey Attorney General's guidelines. These guidelines are clear and have afforded many protections to immigrants for years. Our police department, or any local law enforcement agency in New Jersey, cannot inquire about immigration status unless a resident is arrested for the commission of a felony or is arrested for drunk driving. There are no additional provisions in which we can or will inquire about immigration status. This means, for example, that we do not and have never made inquiries about a resident's immigration status when issuing permits, parking tickets, moving violations, when called to a home for any reason, when responding to a motor vehicle accident, if a resident is the victim of a crime, or any other circumstance in which a resident may encounter our police department or any other municipal department. The second definition, providing for a municipality's protection or shielding of all citizens from federal or state agencies, is illegal on its face. We do not have the authority to prevent federal or state agencies from carrying out their responsibilities or acting on open warrants in their pursuit of individuals. The Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, referred to as ICE, has required that local law enforcement work cooperatively in the execution of an arrest warrant for decades, and our police department has carried out this responsibility frequently over the years. It is not realistic to ask local law enforcement to openly disobey the law, nor is it responsible. Several neighboring communities have adopted resolutions or passed ordinances declaring their communities as sanctuary cities. I respect their actions and the thoughtful and deliberate process they undertook. However, though symbolically acknowledging their commitment to all residents, their official actions do not provide any additional protections for residents or illegal immigrants than is currently in place in New Jersey and currently provided all West Orange residents. Neighboring communities' declarations include language that specifies no municipal employee or police officers, quote, can seek information about the citizenship or immigration status of any person except where specifically required by law to do so, unquote. This is already the law in New Jersey and already the policy practiced and enforced by our police department. Additionally, they specify that local funds will not be spent to, quote, enforce federal immigration laws unless required by legal statute, unquote, nor will they deputize local law enforcement for the purpose of acting as immigration agents. Again, these are current conditions for local law enforcement and standard operating procedure for the West Orange Police Department. None of the local declarations provide for any protections that are not already guaranteed under the law. I recognize the symbolic nature of many of these declarations, but I do not believe that is necessary in this community. West Orange has been living that declaration for decades. We need only to look to our children and our schools to be reminded of that. We've been blessed to turn into a model community for the world, where people of all ethnic, religious, and economic backgrounds live together peacefully and enjoy a mutual respect with our police department. The people of this community and the professionals within our law enforcement community have worked hard for decades to create what we now are blessed to know as normal. Nothing happening around us or any declaration will change that, and we should not allow other people or national concerns to define what we are as people. I can respect concerns about what is happening in our country, but that will not change how we govern or enforce the law here. Our police department has more than enough responsibilities already, and we have no intention of driving neighborhoods looking for illegal immigrants or ignoring the Attorney General's guidelines for how we enforce the law and protect our citizens on a daily basis. Community is built from the ground up, not the top down. For communities like ours, an honest commitment to helping our neighbors does not begin with looking for government to make a declaration or gathering at rallies, but instead gathering at the food pantry, gathering with neighborhood groups, volunteering at your local school, church, or with the Boys and Girls Club, helping out with youth sport programs, senior citizens programs, supporting local scholarship programs, or simply taking the time to learn what a neighbor may need to make their life a little easier. Declaring our community a sanctuary city implies our residents require protection from local government or need to be protected from our police department. That undermines the hard work and compassion the men and women of our police department has demonstrated for years and is contrary to how I've tried to live my life and represent myself in my 18 years in government, and I will not support that. I do not believe we need any declaration, symbolic or otherwise, to reaffirm our commitment to each other as neighbors or to protect our residents from a local government or a law enforcement agency that for decades already has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to be respectful of all legal, natural, and human rights of all our residents, and we will continue to. Thank you for listening.